Isekai anime. This is a bane for a lot of people, and today a new one just came out called Reincarnated as a Dragon Hatchling. Now, as for my part, I think this anime is one of the more enjoyable ones, in my personal opinion, for the winter season, and I'm gonna explain why. It's two big reasons. One, you're a fucking dragon. Cause for me personally, I love dragons. I grew up with Pokemon. Charizard is my favorite character. So the ability that not only that you reincarnated to a different world, that which is a cool fancy for a lot of people, but not only that, to reincarnate as a dragon, and seemingly this dragon had like evolution to similar to a Charizard. And when you see in the intro his evolution form, it looks so awesome to see. It looks really cool. It reminds me and coffee because of how excited I am. It reminds me of something like Digimon. The design looks Digimon-esque, and seeing how like I love the trope of a set guy where you're reincarnate and you just casually accept that you died, and you don't really, you immediately get used to the swing of things. And I really like how in the very beginning that even the voices, the divine voice that's telling him about his death, telling him about his evolution tree, is starting to make fun of him, and it really, yeah, I just really like how yeah, he was really starting to get in the swing of things. It made me really like how like even though he was a literal egg, he was still managing to find his way and and figure out his abilities. Even though his abilities was literally just rolling over and steering like a literal car, and despite all of that, he still managed to kill some of the enemies there. And it just again, it's really cool seeing how like how the ability, how whether he could chew to evolve into a little dragon or a baby dragon, and obviously choose the baby dragon. And he has this like cool fire punch. It just immediately just get rid of the wolves, the worm, etc. And it just made me really wonder: is he already this strong? Because I believe at the towards the end of the episode, he's like level 20, I believe. But the fact that he's like already this decently strong, it just made me wonder why how exactly he's going to fare in other form. Because the divine voice says like you gotta aim for the top. So it makes me wonder like do we already know that like in most anime dragons are fairly strong, and it makes me wonder how exactly he's going to fare against like towards the end. We see spoiler a rock dragon, while he's still relatively small, and it was just really so interesting to see how like he starts to get acclimated to his new ability. He started to get used to the swing of thing until he starts to see the human, and the human they perceive him as a threat, even though he's not trying to be a threat. They immediately just flash him, and right before he died, the girl Myra, I believe her name was, decided to defend him and like try to protect him. While the other guy, they get absolutely annihilated by the rock dragon, and the guy tried to prevent her from trying to trying to help her ally, because he knows that she will get slaughtered because it's the strongest one in the forest. And I think like during the next episode, this is going to cause him to evolve once again. I think like this episode, I mean this anime. The one thing I do fear from this anime that it's going to be fast paced, because from what I remember, we only have 12 episodes, and I don't know. I'm hoping we don't get a whole lot of rush content within those 12 episodes. I hope it could be like actually fleshed out within those 10 episode time frame, because I'm actually very curious to see how the dynamic between him and all the other people all the other in the main cast, like how exactly he's gonna fare in the villages, because the village is not really gonna. I would think a village is not really gonna accept a dragon of all things, because even the regular humans perceived him as a threat when he wasn't even doing anything at all. Imagine that when you're in a town full of humans, I feel like it's going to be a little bit more of a leap to jump through, but I would still take that chance regardless. Even if I died today and reincarnated as a dragon, I would still try to see if I can get along with humans because seemingly he reincarnated seemingly because he had the title titled son of the Dragon King. Seemingly, he's been abandoned by his parent. He doesn't really have any dragon kin that he could be friendly with. He just by himself. For some reason, nobody decided to check up on him. It just hit him and the voice. That is literally his best friend. And now, after the next episode, I think that is going to be the way for him to actually start bonding and getting relationships and progressing with his abilities and his evolution tree through friendship and struggling against this rock dragon. But regardless, let me know what you think of the episode. I think the episode was actually really cool. At the very least, a really cool premises because again, I love dragons. I think dragons are very cool. But let me know what you think of the episode as a whole. I see you guys on next one.